Welcome back to Simple Builds. This is episode 2 of the Civic K-Swap series. In episode 1, we got the car dropped off. It was an absolute nightmare, but we detailed it, cleaned it up, and got it started with a fresh base. Now in today's episode, we're gonna be continuing to clean it up, rip out the engine, get it ready for the K-Swap, and see how far we can get. Let's jump into it. So the engine is out. This engine bay is pretty messy, but that's all right. We're gonna get this cleaned up real fast, and we gotta get this subframe out. I'm just starting to remove a couple things here. I removed the 2 bolts on the top of the strut there, and then I removed the side upper control arm bolts on the inside of the engine bay right here, front and back, so that this control arm and the coil or strut can come out all at once. And then I'm gonna remove the brake line off of the caliper, and then we'll go under here and see what else needs to come off and start taking this subframe out. In the meantime, we're gonna go clean up the new subframe real quick and then get it ready to swap out for this. So it is moving fast. Let's jump back into the work. Quick intermission really quick, just to remind you that this Civic K-Swap is going to be given away when we're done with it. It's coming along super nicely. I cannot wait. Stick around to the end. This car makes a huge transformation in just this episode, and be sure to jump in and get entered. You could be winning this car when we're done with it. You can grab the digital download, the detail supplies. We have jet tags now, which I'm super excited about. So be sure to head over to the site, simplebuilds.shop. Join the Motor Club, Simple Motor Club, to get 400 extra entries into every single giveaway. And of course, every dollar spent on the site gets you 1 entry. Let's jump back into the action. Not try this at home. All right, subframe is out. I mistakenly thought that everything had to come out with the upper control arms. Good to get it out now so we can swap everything over, whether we put that on before or after that new subframe goes up in. But this thing was definitely all kinds of nasty. You saw that Dave cleaned up the subframe already, so this is all clean, ready to go in. Looks awesome. And then we'll swap out some of this stuff, hopefully be able to clean up some of these spindles and whatnot. Nothing that isn't working properly, but make sure it looks nice and clean before it goes back up in there as best we can to the best of our ability. So I'm gonna keep cranking away, take the front bumper off, clean out some of the stuff that we don't need, and we're gonna keep cranking away on the engine bay, making sure that all this stuff comes out that doesn't need to be in there. So I'm here getting all this work done on this Civic. Meanwhile, this guy. Oh man. And he's back just in time. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. so that is 2 full spindles disassembled. It looks so nasty, all these gross parts here, but it is pretty cool to see. I love doing stuff like this, just disassembling cars and you know, refreshing them, making them better. So we're about to bring these over. Dave has a contact that has a sandblaster. We should probably look into getting one sometime soon, but we're gonna bring them over to him. He's gonna help us sandblast all these parts, and we're obviously gonna get new brakes, pads and rotors, but like the caliper brackets and the calipers and the spindles themselves, all that stuff was gonna get cleaned up as best as we can. Really excited to see these parts transform, so I'll update you guys in the next clip. Well, that was very fast. As you can see, there is no parts on the table. We just got them all back from our friends over at Powder to Perfection in West Creek, New Jersey. So make sure to hit them up. Now check out how these parts turned out. Really stoked on how all these parts turned out. Once again, shout out to our friends at Powder to Perfection. Screenshot here if you want to reach out to them. They helped us to sandblast all these parts. Now the next step obviously is to paint, because when you sandblast, you cannot leave it bare because it will rust if you leave it out into the open for too long. So we literally just got these parts back. I'm gonna do my best to do a little DIY paint job, make them look nice and clean. We'll hang them up on the hanger over there and give these guys a fresh coat of black on pretty much everything here. So it's gonna look nice and OEM and pretty much stealth. It'll all blend in and it'll look really good. So let's jump onto that. Let's start assembling this. I'm super stoked on how these parts turned out. Guys, we're leveling up. I mean, we are doing the best that we can within a budget so that you guys can get realistic results and you can follow this same process that we are doing, trying to show you the whole process along the way. So super excited about how this is turning out. So let's start throwing some of these parts back onto the car. All right, so obviously a ton more work has to be done, but this car is coming along really nicely. We got the brakes all figured out. Obviously we gotta get axles and whatnot. We gotta get some more bolts, ball joints and stuff, but it's coming together super nicely. Guys, be sure to get entered to win this K-Swap Civic. First link in the description to get entered. You can buy anything on the site, $1. Spent is 1 entry. We have jet tags now, the detail kit. Super excited, this car is coming along really nicely. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next episode.